everybody, it's Oksana. Happy Halloween. So it's the Monday after Halloween, but I'm filming this on actual Halloween, and I thought that for my favorites video I would do my whole getup, which is this necklace that I made, and the crown and the elf ears, so I guess I'm kind of like an elven princess. But I don't have a ton of favorites this month. I have just a couple of items, so I decided to combine. I know I usually do two, makeup and non-makeup, but really even together I feel like it's not going to be a super long video, so just doing one this month. First I want to mention this powder from Larenim, which I really love. I think it's a great powder, and FYI, they took the dimethicone out of it. It used to have dimethicone coated mica, but now, you know, very clean ingredients, nothing questionable in there at all. Mine is still the old version, FYI, but I would hope the color would be similar, so swatching it for you will work. But this is 2WM. I do have this on my face right now. It does probably look pale on, you know, the tan part of my hand, but right here it will look the same color, and I mean, it is on my face today. I have had it on for quite a few hours, so if my face is looking dewy, it's because it's been a while. I've been, you know, doing all kinds of errands and things. But this is nice because it's a really creamy powder. It's not powdery or like dry or matte or anything like that. I think it looks just very natural on your skin, and this color is also a really good match for me. And I think this is a really good alternative to the Gabrielle powder, if you're familiar with that. And the reason that, you know, you might want an alternative is color. Like, I tried the second color in the Gabrielle foundation, and it was just a smidge dark. Like, it would look a little orange on me, depending on the season. And then I didn't try their extra light beige, I think is the lightest color. But I did see my friend Brianna use it in a first impression video, and she said it's pretty light. So I was a little nervous that is going to be too light for me. But this, I think, has a very similar, kind of like a creamy, nice consistency and feel and finish. It also has pretty good coverage. I don't know if it's exactly the same coverage because I can't remember. I don't have my Gabrielle powder anymore, but I think that it's pretty similar coverage. This is about medium. If you really build it up and you like buff it in with a flat top kabuki, you probably get heavy coverage out of it. And I usually just use it with a really fluffy brush for light coverage to set my other favorite, which is a tinted moisturizer that I've been wearing from Honest Beauty. So this is just a great product, and I just really enjoy it. It's probably cheaper too. I think it's cheaper. I can't remember, but I bought it on Vitacost. So I really like that. And I think maybe the ingredients might be slightly better because there's this something palmitate in a lot of like the Zuzulux Gabrielle stuff. And I'm not saying it's necessarily a dangerous ingredient because it's not retinol palmitate, it's like something else. But I was reading this article and it was on vitamin C palmitate, which again is not retinol palmitate, but they were saying that they're finding that now that one is being linked to, you know, skin cancer and stuff like that. And the article was saying that the problem isn't the particular vitamin, it's really like the palmitate portion of it. It does something to it that makes it, you know, bad. And so it just got me paranoid, and I was like, why don't I just avoid all palmitates? Because the next year they're going to find that this one is bad, and then the other one, I'll just avoid them all for the sake of it, you know, being better safe than sorry. Sorry, let me fix this a little bit. I feel like it's like falling down onto my face. But anyway, so this doesn't have it, and the other one does, so that's another kind of reason you might want to use this. And so the next thing, since I already gave you a little sneak peek, is this Everything Tinted Moisturizer. I have a video coming where I compare the oil-free to the regular, the Alabaster, which is the lightest color, to the honestly cream, I think, which is the second lightest color. And I love the Alabaster one. Honestly, Alabaster, it might be a smidge pink if you're being really nitpicky. But honestly, I can't tell once I blend it on my face. It looks like a really good match for me. It's light enough and it's pretty neutral. You know, it's not super pink. It just has just the slightest hint that I can't tell once I blend it on my face because it is a tinted moisturizer. Even though it has good coverage, it has like light coverage, you know, comparable to some light coverage foundations and stuff like that. So I think that it works great for me in color and also in the consistency and texture because it's really creamy and moisturizing. This oil-free one is, which I know a lot of people are like, what? But it is very confusing. This is oil-free, but they both have a base of fractionated coconut oil, which is like what people use or companies use in oil-free stuff because it's caprylic triglycerides. It doesn't have the word oil, but it is fractionated coconut oil. It's not like a heavy, greasy oil, but it's just a nice, lightweight oil. So this just has a few additional oils in it, and this one doesn't. So this actually feels a little sticky and a little greasy. I think that if you have super dry skin, it might work for you, but for my normally dry skin, this is a little too much, but this is perfect. You know, I think this is perfect for dry skin. It's creamy, it's moisturizing, it's not too heavy, and it might have just slightest tackiness to it, where this has quite a bit of tackiness to it. This is just ever so slight if you're just really trying to feel it right after you apply before it sinks in. But I set it with this powder actually, and it's perfect. That's what I'm wearing today, these two. I've been wearing this combination this whole entire week, and before that I was wearing this one, and this lasts a little longer on me because it's not as oily. But I love them together. I think that they're great. And, you know, even just on its own too, this is great. You don't have to set it with the powder necessarily, but those two have been my favorites. And then I have two more like physical to show you favorites, and then one thing that I can't show you because it's like a kitchen gadget. But this is All Natural Face Magic Mane Tamer Leave-In Conditioner. I mentioned this before in, you know, older videos, but this is great for frizzy hair, especially as the weather gets colder. It gets drier and my hair gets drier. And I just really like, I hadn't used this in a while. I kind of forgot about it this summer. And I recently used it, and I know my hair is just like, you know, you can't tell right now because I have this crown on and it's just like all pushed down. But it's significantly less frizzy than it normally is because I remembered to use this product actually this morning. Usually if I wash and dry my hair on the same like day that you are seeing me, it looks really fluffy. I try to sleep on it, and then the next day it's nice. But this is like same day blow dried hair. So it's pretty incredible what this does for frizzy hair, and I just really, really love it. I do just a little bit on wet hair. If you do too much, it might weigh your hair down or make your hair look a little greasy because this is pretty potent. So I would say a little bit goes a long way. And then the last thing that I have to actually show you is this lavender oil. I have been loving this oil in particular, and just essential oils in general. I've been finding all kinds of uses for it. I love diffusing it in my essential oil diffuser, which is the one I have. You put water in it, and then you put a little bit of essential oils, and it makes like a steam come out. It's not like a hot steam, it's a cold, like vapor, I guess I should call it vapor, not steam, but it's really nice. It scents the house. Lavender oil is so relaxing. You could do all different oils though. Like I have a mix that'll kill germs that I'll get into more as we get into winter, but this is just very nice oil. I've even been drinking this tea, which is like chamomile lavender. So I've been all about lavender lately, and putting this in my wash. Like when I pour in the soap, my soap is liquid. It's, I think it's 7th generation. I also bought the Zoom soap, which I really, really like. And that's what gave me the idea. Like, it's cheaper to buy the 7th generation and add essential oil to it to get that scent. Because that's what I like about the Zoom one. It has a really nice, strong scent. And the 7th generation really doesn't. So adding a little more essential oil will help get your laundry smelling nice, which is something I miss just because natural laundry detergents really tend to not smell as strongly, you know. And that's it for actual items to show you, but I did want to tell you another non-makeup thing that I've been really liking. Let me see, I have 5 minutes left on my camera of memory. So I have been loving making ice cream, which is a weird time now that the summer's over. Of course I'm making ice cream, but I got an ice cream maker, which my dad actually got for me because they got really into making ice cream and they want to make it when they come visit me, which they're coming to visit me really soon. So my dad is like, let me just buy it for you, and that way you'll have it for us to use, but also you can have it for yourself. And I love it. A long time ago when we first got married, we got an ice cream maker as our wedding gift. And I just couldn't get that thing to work. I don't know, like if it was me or if it was faulty, but it wasn't actually freezing the ice cream. Maybe it was our freezer was crappy at the time. I don't know. But this one works amazing, and I love ice cream. I think it's delicious, but I rarely eat it because it's hard to find something that's, you know, as super duper natural as I like my food to be, and also in a flavor I like and all that stuff. But I've been loving making this cheesecake ice cream, which is divine. It is just actually a recipe that came with the actual ice cream maker, and I just switched out things for more natural things. Like, I mostly use stevia in it actually, because in sour flavors like cheesecake, you really can't taste the bitterness of stevia. It works really well. In certain flavors, stevia makes things bitter. But in this one, it's great. And there is a little bit of sugar, because what I do is it's cream cheese. It's like 1.5 of, I buy it in like this tub because there's this particular brand that I like. But I think it's 12 ounces of cream cheese. It's 1 cup of milk. I forget how many ounces. I think it's 4 ounces because it's 1/4 of the little tubs of mascarpone cheese. And also the same amount of sour cream. And then I already mentioned the milk. You can put a little bit of vanilla in there if you want to. And the rest is kind of up to you for flavoring. I think theirs is just plain. You can add a little bit of lemon juice if you like your cheesecake to be kind of more sour and like taste that sourness of it. Sometimes I do that. I've done that before. But what I've been doing lately is I've been buying like jam or like preserves. I forget the flavor. It's like super berry. It's like acai and pomegranate. I don't know. It was like one of the few organic options at Trader Joe's, and I picked it up, and I've been putting just some dollops of it in there. So that's why there's sugar in the ice cream, because there's that. And then I do a few pipettes of the stevia, and it's this like berry cheesecake ice cream, and it's so good, and I just love it. So wanted to throw it out there for something that I've been loving is berry cheesecake ice cream, but just ice cream in general being made in that machine is just so fun to do. And it does freeze up to be really hard if you leave it overnight. So eating it right away, it's a really nice kind of soft serve consistency, and I love that. But if you leave it overnight, you kind of have to let it thaw because it gets really hard, because it doesn't have any of the, you know, chemicals to make it extra fluffy and soft. It's just normal, you know, basic ice cream, but really good. So I wanted to throw it out there. I think Cuisinart is the brand of my ice cream maker machine. It's not anything fancy. It's just one of their basic models, I think, and it's red and has a little base that you freeze, and then you put it in the machine. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed your Halloween. I hope that you had fun, whatever you did, if you trick-or-treated or not. I love dressing up, so I'm gonna have fun today. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!